Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today in the news, President Trump and the CDC are starting to recommend that you're wearing a mask anytime that you're going outside.
One question now being reconsidered: should Americans wear masks as protection? Public health experts have repeatedly urged Americans not to wear face masks unless they're sick or caring for someone who is sick. But the head of the CDC now says that guidance could be changing.
That's important because now you have individuals that may not have any symptoms that can contribute to transmission, and we have learned that, in fact, they do contribute to transmission.
Administration officials are now recommending that Americans wear homemade cloth masks, not those medical ones which are in short supply.
So if you're going to the store, going to pick up medication, anytime you're outside, you should be wearing a mask.
Okay, thanks, Raj. Well, there's a new protocol here. Cover your face when leaving the house. That is a new Bay Area-wide recommendation tonight. Health officials say use a bandana or fabric mask for any essential errand like a doctor's appointment or grocery shopping. They also say try not to use medical masks like the N95 since healthcare workers need them and they are in such short supply.
Wearing a mask not only prevents you from getting sick, but it's going to help you from getting anyone sick. So we know that the virus can take up to 3 days before there's any symptoms. So if you do have it, you could be going around for 3 days not knowing you're having it and spreading that around.
The CDC now says the virus can remain airborne for 2 to 3 hours.
As you know, not everyone has an N95 mask. They're very hard to get today, very expensive if you can even find one. So they're recommending you to wear homemade masks. So I've made one. I'm going to show you how to make it today. And this is how it works. The first thing I did was I went to Home Depot, which is still open, and I picked up this HVAC filter. I picked the number 10 filter because it's got the most protection for you. It protects against dust, lint, airborne dust, mites, pollen, pet dander, mold and spores, bacteria, microscopic allergens, virus carriers, odor, most smoke, and smog particles. As you can see, there is metal mesh here on the filter. What I did was I boiled water, I cut the size of material that I needed, I dipped it in the boiling water, and the metal came off very easily. So the second thing I did was went to Rite Aid and I picked up these Cushion Care gauze pads, and I used this as the next material for the filter. This is the packet. This is what I use for the outer layer of the mask, so you're getting more filtration for your mask. The third thing I used was just rubber bands. These are just laying around the house, kind of collected them, and this is what we're going to use to put around your ear to hold the mask on. And the fourth thing was a stapler. So if you don't have these items at home, you can always run over to any market and probably pick these up easily. As I mentioned, I picked up that HVAC filter from Home Depot. So let me show you how to put it together. I already took off the screen mesh, I boiled the water, and then I peeled the screen off of the filter. And this is what we have left. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna use this Band-Aid gauze, and we're gonna use that as a layer on the other filter to protect you more. So after you pull your gauze out of the package, it's going to look like this. You're going to fold it in half. So the next thing you do is take your tape measure down to 6 inches, and we're going to cut all the way across. So we've already cut this 6 inches by 8 inches. So now we want to go ahead and open it up. We want to place the HVAC filter inside. This HVAC filter is going to be cut just a little bit smaller than the gauze. Now your HVAC filter is cut just slightly smaller than the gauze. So we're going to use the hot glue gun to put glue around the edges, so then we can fold over the gauze and seal it down. Now we have our filter all sealed up with the hot glue all around the edges. What you want to do is best estimate where the center of your filter is going to be. You put 2 dots, one on the left and one on the right. This is where we're going to put the rubber bands to hold the mask on your face. Now we're going to get the scissors and poke a hole through the material so we can put the rubber bands in. Now we're going to take the rubber band, place it through the hole. Now you have the rubber band through the material. Place one end through the other and pull tight. Just going to put a loop on it. Do the same thing to the other side. So now we have the 2 dots. What we want to do is make sure those dots line up together. Staple it together. And we'll do the same thing with the other side. So now we have the mask all stapled together. If you want to be more, if it's not fitting right, you can always trim these or fold them back and then put another staple on here. So I recommend always marking it for front and top, and then put a little mark that you know it's the back, so when you're wearing it, you always know which one you can use. So we just finished the mask. I'll show you put it on. I always go from the chin up to the nose, around the ears. Again, so it's not an N95 mask, but if you don't have one, something is better than nothing. As I mentioned, in the United States and the CDC is recommending that you wear one even if you make one yourself. I think this is better than just wearing a scarf, and it's also better than wearing a handkerchief. So if you are wearing it, remember that we do need to clean these masks when we go out. You can clean an N95 mask up to 20 times without compromising its safety. So if you're interested in learning how to clean the masks, either one of those, you can check out my other video on how to clean an N95 mask. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment, leave a like, share this video. Hopefully it helps you out. So make sure you stay safe and practice kindness.